I'm Niclas Etelävuori from Flat Earth.
And I'm Anthony Pikkarainen, also from Flat Earth.
The last couple of weeks, not much, because our drummer, he's in Croatia now, so we did some demo, a little bit demo, new songs. Yeah.
And you've been working on the websites and all that stuff.
Yeah, the work,
Quite a lot.
yeah. What a work, too much.
Yeah. So we haven't been up too much, but we've been working too much. So the balance is off.
Yeah, have to trying to get things back into balance.
Yeah, more rock, less work.
Well, pretty much that was the first spark. I didn't want to throw them all away. And I don't know, then I started to work for them for a couple of months, and then like, I think Silke was there and she heard them and, hey, why don't you ask Linde for guitar? And I've been thinking about the same, and then I asked him, and then like a month later he came by. Then Silke again said, hey, I know this guy, he's a great singer. Then we called Anthony. 2 days later Anthony was around, and then we had to persuade Gas because he was a busy businessman.
Yeah, he had a lot going on during that era. Yeah.
He had like 3 or 4 bands. But now it's all good.
It's a funny name.
It is a pretty cool name.
Yeah, it's a name that...
Some days you can believe in it, some days you don't.
yeah, if you feel like it. Yeah. Well, at least it responds. I mean, people... Initially, you get a response for that name.
Yeah.
I guess that's something.
Yeah, Flat Earth, it vibrates in -8 hertz.
Yeah, this
that
we've
too,
been
so-
talking about a lot lately, that maybe we should incorporate that hertz.
Yeah, it's the resonance thing.
Yeah, so that we could step just a couple of steps away from theories.
Yeah.
And resonate with the animals.
Yeah. But yeah, we were a bit surprised how much conversation it lighted up. The name. But then again, if you think about band names, they can be very awful or super awful or just quite good. But then how many band names actually start or work as a conversation starters, ice breakers? And Flat Earth definitely is, I think it's one of those names that you just, you have to have an idea.
It's icebreaker.
Yeah, it's an icebreaker.
Like just pick you it in the ice and then crush it.
Yeah.
If you introduce yourself to someone, don't they think you're part of this Flat Earth Association instead of a band?
Apparently they do.
They do?
Apparently quite many of them do. And even without our own introduction, people just reaching out to us through messages in the wonderful internet, just suggesting that we are whatever they are called, flat earthers or earthlings or theorists, and they just get their flames up and start banging like, you are so wrong. We've had multiple cases in our inbox just telling us how wrong we are. And then, it's easy to respond, hey, it's a rock and roll band, take it easy, enjoy, check out the new video, something like that. So, but yeah, surprisingly many take it very seriously.
But it's good.
It is. Yeah. Like,
because sometimes you have to be serious in life. It's very multi-dimensional thing. I think everything we do, and the name also.
Yeah.
So there has the serious side, but it also has the fun side. And I think with the music and everything, I think there's the balance we're looking for.
And of course there's a lot of depth. There's even the name Flat Earth. Initially I thought that it's a great example how free one's mind can be, that you can actually think the earth being flat. I'm not saying what shape it is, but if you can have that idea in the modern era of technology and the knowledge that we have, if you can have that idea and you fight for that idea, that's like the ultimate expression of freedom, isn't it? So it's very punk rock.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I just thought that Flat Earth is a bit of a fuck you to I mean, towards establishments, you know, to break the frames and like Flat Earth. It doesn't matter if we think the Earth is flat. We're just saying that somebody can think this.
Freedom of choice.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of piling up our history in one package. And our history has a lot of influences. I mean, and they're all a bit different from, you know, but I think in the end we still come from pretty close the same origin.
Yeah. Hey, well,
music,
yeah.
music wise, even if it's different, maybe generation stuff, but still the same thing. And I think in this band that was the whole idea to, you know, bring out who we are as musicians and lyricists
and that was the most exciting part, because we did briefly talk about it, like, are we gonna go for a sound? Like, what are we gonna do? Like, now we have a couple of rough songs that we know how we should play them, but what kind of sounds are we going for? And then it was so obvious that let's just go for the sounds that each player's rigs already produce.
I mean, Linde's been playing his sound for over 20 years.
So why
would he change it now?
Yeah. So,
I mean,
so
Billy Gibbons wouldn't change his sound if he go and jam with somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. Good point. So the exciting part was how would that sound, and then me on top, like, because it could be awful, like that the components wouldn't just complement each other at all. But then we thought that, it makes a lot of sense and sounds cool. Well, at least for our ears, you know.
Yeah, it felt that at least like we are doing something different from at least what we used to do.
But the thing is, I mean, this is the first record, and most of the material on that record were written by this guy before he even knew the band or what it will become. So the next record, when we get to write songs more collectively, will probably establish the sound onto the 2.0 era. But for now, the record is a very good documentation of what we are and what we bring to the table collectively.
I didn't write all of them. It was at some point, I think I had 7 or 8 songs, and then I asked the other guy, hey, do you have anything? And then, then everybody brought something. So I mean, I said I wrote maybe 60-70% of them, but the rest. So everybody brought to that, and also to what I wrote, there was, you know, they wouldn't sound the way they do unless they put their things on it.
Yeah. And the cool thing was the way he had those songs ready. I mean, the instrumentals. He would take all the melodies, all extra elements off from the demos, and just, you know, give them to me as if like that's the most bass ground you can have on this song. I've removed all extra information just so that I can, you know, get wild and figure it out myself. So that was a gutsy, ballsy move, I think. I don't think many people do that. They demo songs and then they just strip them and start from the basic
but that
tracks.
time the songs have been stripped and
re-layered,
so
exactly,
many times.
But yeah, I thought
that's the only way to get something new to the stuff.
Yeah, it's a good point. Well played. Even though the songs came in a very short period of time, but I don't think there's any themes occurring in the lyrics. You know, as a lyricist, I tend to bottle up a lot of ideas and then open the bottle when I have the right reason or the time or just, you know, the urge to fucking do it. So this was definitely one of those situations where I was given a task of performing my ideas on something that these already quite established musicians wanted me to do my efforts. So that was so motivating that I guess it just sparked me up and stuff just came out flying. It was very fast, and as soon as I did I demoed the first song, which was Noble Swine, and I showed them the lyrics and they approved. That was like, all right, that's it. So now I don't have to filter myself. Now I know where I am. Now I know, you know, what they are capable of approving, and then I just can, you know, focus on doing that same thing. So I just kept on banging my head.
Yeah, I mean, of course, we had to pull every string we could, but then luckily we had some strings to pull. But it's always hard to start to do new stuff. You know, it takes a long time. You have to think about a lot of things. So, but anyway, I mean, we weren't in a hurry or like we have to get this done in 2 months. We gave it the time it takes, and here we are.
And it just happens that we are 13 months from meeting for the first time.
Yeah.
We have almost a record out. Things are rolling quite smoothly, so we weren't in a hurry, but then stuff just started happening.
Yeah, well, we had deadlines, but ourselves, but still it was like months away always, so it didn't matter.
I can actually look at this from a very productive perspective because I have my own band Polanski who are struggling to, well, what the essence of your question was, how to start a band, and to have been in the very middle of this Flat Earth, the whole project, to see how much strings it actually means to be holding and to know how to pull them is quite overwhelming. But I think the knowledge here, the most valuable knowledge is, you know how to pull those strings.
If you pull the wrong one, you might end up with a bucket of ice water. You know, like.
Yeah. So in that sense, yeah, it probably the same thing when establishing any band, but at least you and Gas and Linde know what strings to pull and how to do it. So that makes it a bit more rapid. I mean, the evolution of the band. So it was the Cassius
was
show?
a single out,
Yeah, Blaine was out.
Well, I mean, what can you expect? We played songs nobody has ever heard. And still, I mean, I think people really try to, you know, get into it. If I go and see something I have never heard before, I first listen to it. And, you know, so I think from now on, when the album is coming, it's going to be much easier to get the crowd going. But I think in the end of each show, we're doing it pretty good. I mean, first couple of songs, people are just checking if they're getting into it or not, and then they make their decision.
Yeah, and I don't think we during the live performances that we've witnessed much of a masses leaving the show early, so that's definitely a positive thing.
Yeah, no riots.
Yeah, no riots, and people are actually sticking around. But yeah, it was impossible to say what it will be the reaction like. But then, because it has poppy elements to its rock music thing that we do, but still there's a lot of, it varies a lot. So to suggest that people would just pick it out, you know, in a live environment with the first listen is just too much asked. So it's been a wonderful time, you know,
It'd be good. We kind of
Watching
practiced our set with the crowd also, so it's been a good start.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we couldn't really start playing in the pizzerias now, and to practice there.
Yeah,
so
to practice playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it will get most likely very different when the record comes out. Well, especially with Blame, we were expecting a lot of backlash. I mean, in terms of comparison, not all of it is obviously negative, but still a bit, not frustrating, but a little useless, because in the context of the whole album, I don't think those people would be saying or feeling so strongly about the first single.
Yeah, I mean, there would be the comparison anyway. It doesn't matter what song we play.
Yeah, so we knew that it's gonna happen even if we went with another one.
So it's good to get that over with, and then now the second single is a bit different. The third one is gonna be way different. So then compare all of them. Then
I'm just waiting for the fourth single to get the something heavier out. I'm waiting for that.
We'll do shows now for some time, and then we have to start to work on new stuff also pretty soon, I think.
Yeah.
So,
which will be awesome.
But let's see how far we can tour first, and then when we can't tour anymore, then we make new.
Yeah, a lot of depends on how the album will be received. A lot of it depends on that. So we just need to see that happening first, and hopefully we get to play outside Finland as soon as possible. And now that we have a record label who are operating from Germany, it would mean a lot for us to be able to go there as well. So hopefully those things would happen quite, how should I put it, fluently.
Next year.
Time-wise, yeah. And I guess at the same time we will be working on the new material, and once we get excited about the new stuff, then the wheel is rolling fast and it's impossible to stop.
We have some songs like what he wrote, what Gas wrote, what I wrote.
Yeah, and I have quite many songs already waiting.
But coming something too. So we have like a bunch of ideas. We haven't finished the song yet, but something to start from.
Yeah, but at right now it's just tough to find the time to collectively work on those songs and to get into the studio and put some tracks down. But we'll get there. Yeah,
we don't need to hurry. We haven't released this one yet.
Maybe it's gonna be a double album.
It's too late to add another album. It's in the print already.
Digitally. So maybe the Spotify version will be a double album. We love beer, so we love Belgium.
Thanks.
Yeah, Belgium is Kirsch. What is it called? Kirsch?
Kirsch, yeah, the cherry beer. We had that
Kriek,
one.
Kriek.
Yes.
Yeah, lambics, not Kriek, but lambics.
Yeah.
Oh my. And everything's sour. But, dude, wow, I'm not sure if there's a lot of sours coming from Belgium. Is there? You have any idea?
What's sour?
Sour ales. Sour.
Not sure.
Well, let's.
I'm not a real Belgian.
We will figure it out one day when we get to Belgium.